Good morning, Team Shrewton. Welcome to Term 5. I hope you are all well and that you've had a lovely Easter break. I know this isn't the start to the term that we would be expecting to have, but it's still one full of a lot of promise, a lot of hope, and most importantly, you guys are all safely in your homes. Now, our Monday worships are one of the most special parts of the week where we hear what the theme is and we think about what we're going to do to make our week great. So I don't want to lose that because it's a very special time. So I'm going to record them from the safety of my kitchen and keep our theme of the weeks going. So I'm going to start by lighting our candle to welcome God into our space and show that He is here and with us, and say, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Now, I don't think you're going to be able to see it when I put it down, but it's on. I'm going to pop it down. I'm going to pop it down here. Safely out the way. Now, I've sent out the PowerPoint that goes with this worship to your families so that you can have a look through. I've included, as always, what we'll be listening to this week, and it's by an artist called Cat Stevens and a song called The Peace Train. So give it a listen. And also it has our first thought of the week. And our first thought of the week this week is the person you want to be in 5 years' time depends largely on the information that you feed your mind today. And I think that's really, really important because we've just had 2 weeks of the Easter holidays. We're in extended time at home where we're unable to do what we would normally do. And therefore this morning we might be feeling a little bit reluctant, we might be lacking a little bit of motivation in terms of getting up and getting going with our home learning, or if you're a parent, getting going with your work again. It would have probably come as quite a shock. But just remember, the person you want to be today, tomorrow, in 5 weeks' time, 5 months' time, 5 years' time, it doesn't just happen. It all depends on what you feed your brain in the present time. Now, if you were going to run a marathon, you wouldn't just arrive at the start line and go. You would be doing months and weeks of training and eating healthily. You wouldn't be feeding your body unhealthy foods. You'd be taking care of yourself, and that's exactly the same as your brain. What are you giving your brain today for nourishment? What are you feeding it? Don't feed it rubbish. Don't sit online and just play games to pass the time, okay? Even though they can be quite addictive, think, what are you learning? What are you teaching your brain? Because it's going to be really important and it makes a real difference to your future self. So my message today is invest in your future self today. So on with the worship. Our value of the term this term is responsibility, and that is probably the most appropriate value that it could have been, because you are all being super responsible by looking after yourselves, taking care of other people, showing your kindness, showing your love for one another in this very strange time we find ourselves in. So our value of the term is responsibility. And these challenging circumstances aren't just limited to you guys in Shrewton or even Wiltshire or even the UK. This is a global crisis that you are a part of. It's happening all over the world. So therefore our theme of the week is I understand that I am a global citizen. Because you are part of this world, you belong in it, and you have the same rights as everybody else. So we're thinking really about what that means. Now, that means that you are aware of the world around you. Being a global citizen means that you are beginning to understand how the world works in terms of its politics and and the different cultures and environmentally, which you guys are actually really good at. It means that you care about having justice for everybody having equal rights, and you're actually angered and outraged when people aren't treated how they should be. It also means that you're understanding the different communities around the world, your community in Shrewton, your local community in Salisbury, and how that's different or how that compares to a different community in the world. And it also means that you're being responsible for your actions, okay? That you can make a difference. We know that you guys are agents of change. You're the next generation. You can drive so many amazing initiatives, so many amazing things. And it's about knowing that and beginning to make a difference. So obviously we find ourselves in a lockdown situation. So what can you do now? Well, to be a global citizen right now, you can keep your eyes and ears open on what's going on in the media and in the news, both locally and nationally, and maybe even globally. And I would recommend getting on BBC News Round so that it's child friendly, or maybe looking at the First Class Press website to get your daily or weekly news fix and find out what's going on in the world around you. You could also support a good cause. That again might be locally, nationally. Some of you may have seen people running 5 kilometres and donating £5 for the NHS, and you might want to support something more local. Watch this space for Tuesday. See the other video. You might want to safely reach out to somebody that might need help. Maybe you could send a letter to somebody in the village or in Wiltshire, or maybe even someone somewhere else in the world that might need some help or might need to have a friend. You could ask lots of questions of your parents, or using some research, find out what is going on globally and challenge that thinking. Why are the polar ice caps melting? Why is a particular species endangered? And also, this is a really good time to become more sustainable. You know, do you need to use as much plastic now you're at home all the time? Is this a good opportunity to try maybe some different products that aren't as heavily involving plastic? It's up to you. There's still quite a bit you can do. So maybe pick one small thing this week and have a go. So our value of the term is responsibility, and our theme of the week is I understand that I am a global citizen. On Friday, we will be giving out certificates. As normal, I will send them your way for those children that we think have really shown this theme of the week. But for now, let's just end our worship with a reflection, a moment of calm. I'll bring the candle up. Maybe look at the flame, put your hands together, and just take some time to reflect. As I say, a short prayer, and if you'd like to make it your own prayer, then please say Amen at the end. Dear God, thank you for my growing understanding of the world as one community. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. So, what else is going on in the Shrewton world this week? Well, our home learning has kicked back off on our website via our community page. Also, keep an eye out on your inboxes this week, because you will be receiving a login which will give you access to a blogging platform on our website, which means you'll be able to upload work and get feedback from your teachers and from your peers. So that's very exciting. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we'll be making lots of videos containing new learning, activities, tasks. We even have some guest people to come and upload videos to give you some new ideas and keep you entertained. So that's Shrewton CE Primary Online on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, and also follow us on Twitter at Shrewton School for regular updates, shout outs, and any little interesting bits that we find and can celebrate. Tomorrow, watch this space, YouTube, Twitter, 3 p.m. An exciting announcement. Teaser video up today. I hope you enjoy it. Took me a while to learn how to edit like that, but I'm making progress. So check out that video, 3 p.m. tomorrow. Exciting announcement for us all to get involved with and hopefully make each other proud. Storytime video with Mrs. Malord going up today on YouTube, probably about 1 o'clock. That is all recorded and ready to go. And at 3 p.m, Mrs. Howell is going to be trying to do a YouTube live reading. So 3 p.m, end of the school day normally. So get involved if you want to log on and see her try and read on YouTube live. I'm hoping it'll be a success, fingers crossed. And celebration worship on Friday. We will continue to do that and see all of your lovely faces together. I will send out the Zoom invite for that later on in the week. But 10:30 Friday, celebration worship, certificates for theme of the week, and other amazing things that you have achieved this week. Okay, let's get it. Monday's here. New term, more learning. Nourish those brains. So lots of love, and as always, keep smiling, safe, and socially distancing.